What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here and you haven't already subscribed to my channel yet, stop what you're doing, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Check out the many links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel. The second link is to shop the official Symone with the Sports, a merch collection where you get the classic tee, the wavy tee, or the brand new fly or die crew neck that I've been rocking lately. And lastly, guys, turn your notifications on because you don't want to miss a single video or a single live stream. And you already know the videos are coming like boom, 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 boom. Especially now with the draft coming up, the NBA playoffs on and popping. Make sure you have your notification bells on and you're subscribed so you don't miss out on shit. But y'all, let's get into this topic today. So it is another mock draft. We are 2 weeks out from the NFL draft. So it's time to get down to, I said, 2 weeks from the draft. And we're all like, we're kind of conflicted this draft, y'all. When are we not conflicted, okay? Last season, we were, the debate was, should we go get a quarterback in the first round? Or should we go wide receiver? What should we do in the first round? Again, now it's still the question of what should we do in the first round. But now the question is, should we get wide receiver in the first round? Now, when we had 3 first-round picks, I was all in on getting a wide receiver and 2 defensive players. But now that we only have 2 first-round picks, I'm not sure about using one of those picks on a wide receiver, guys, because this is a draft where we can get day one defensive game-changing talent. And we can get a wide receiver in a later round. Plus, there's wide receivers every draft, okay? Every year there's a wide receiver, first round wide receiver talent. There's never a lack of that, but there are lack of cornerback talent, edge rushing talent, like game one, week one, game changing talent. So I'm gonna react to this mock draft that was recently done by ESPN's Jordan Reed. This mock draft was released, I believe, yesterday or the day before, and it's a 7-round mock draft. However, we're going to go through the first three rounds of picks. Now, y'all, I really like this draft. First of all, I'm going to preface it by saying that I really like this draft. But y'all, let's get into it. So, with the 15th overall pick, round 1, Jordan Reed has us selecting Trent McDuffie, cornerback out of Washington, all Pac-12 defensive player. Now, it has already been reported, and I've talked about Trent McDuffie 1,000 times, so you guys can go check those videos out. But it already has been reported that the Eagles, amongst some other teams, are all in on Trent McDuffie. So Trent McDuffie is definitely someone that the Eagles have their eyes on. And we know going into this draft, our biggest needs are cornerback, especially since we haven't brought Steven Nelson back, at least as of right now. Edge rusher, defensive tackle. We still do need some wide receiver talent and safety. So we definitely need a lockdown, shutdown corner opposite side of Darius Slay. And like I said, the Eagles it's been reported all in on Trent McDuffie. Now we did invite, with one of our pre-draft visits, we did have Sauce Gardner come and visit. I would love Sauce Gardner, but unless we're trading up for Sauce, he's not going to be there at 15. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I'm going to read to you guys the overall analysis on Trent McDuffie post-combine. So the overview is he is a 3-year starter whose average size was overshadowed by his skillful ruggedness, allowing him to contest throws from a variety of coverages. He's an elite competitor with a route-hugging mentality fueled by body control, foot agility, aggression, and burst. He's a pesky press man defender with the tools to excel in zone. He's willing to fly downhill and hit anybody near the football. He keeps his eye on the prize and has an itchy, twitchy trigger to close throwing windows and make plays on the ball. He lacks lockdown traits but has lockdown talent, and his competitive energy is contagious. He can play outside or from the slot and carries a very high floor with the potential to become one of the league's top corners at some point during his first contract. Now, y'all, I know the biggest scare on Trent McDuffie is his size. He's a little bit undersized on the NFL level, but like I said, and like everybody keeps saying, his football IQ is extremely high. And like I said, he plays with a lot of energy, a lot of aggressiveness. He's a versatile defender as well. So I think this is a guy that we should definitely take a chance on. Not even take a chance because, like I said, all the scouts are high on Trent McDuffie. So it's not even like an underrated guy. Plus, like I said, the Eagles have already proven to be all in on Trent McDuffie. So I would not be surprised if we put 15 or 18. But y'all, with our next pick, this is someone new, someone I haven't really talked about a lot. He has been talked about a lot, but new for me, I haven't really talked about him a lot. Next is at number 18, ESPN's Jordan Reed has us selecting George Karlaftis, defensive end out of Purdue. So let's read George's blurb. Now, I know we definitely need to get some pressure off the edge, of course, this season. Like I said, we were bottom in the league, near bottom in the league in sacks, and all of our sacks were coming from the interior. Now, we did help that out by getting Hassan Reddick, but we cannot stop there, guys. Our defense is supposed to be elite. And we know one thing about Howie Roseman, he loves drafting in the trenches. So I feel like the one thing I do really feel like we're going to be getting in this first round is going to be a defensive end or a defensive tackle. So here is the overview on George. He is an edge defender with good power and a relentless motor to keep the heat on offensive counterparts throughout the game. His best production came in 2019 as he missed half of Purdue's 2020 season and saw teams focus more energy towards stopping him in 2021. He's a lift and leverage run defender at the point of attack, but fits into a team defender column more than a premium run stopper. He's a force-based rusher with anchor-busting power and the ability to get to his counters when the rush begins to stall. With just 2 full seasons under his belt, there will be more development headed his way. He is a future starter as a strong side defender in an even or odd front. So, like I said, I know this draft has a lot of defensive end talent, of course, with, of course I can't remember his name, whatever his name is out of Michigan, being the top guy. But we know he's going to be gone first, second pick, third pick, maybe. So if we still want to get a defensive end, I know I'm at least high on Jermaine Johnson as well, but Jermaine Johnson just had an incredible offseason at the combines and at the bowl games and all of that stuff. So Jermaine Johnson, I do not think is going to be here at 15 and of course not 18. So unless we're going to be trading up for Jermaine Johnson, which I highly doubt we would trade up for Jermaine Johnson, I could see us trading up for someone like Sauce, or if we don't get a safety this offseason, I could see us trading up for someone like Kyle Hamilton if we do trade up. But I do not see us trading up for Jermaine Johnson. So this is a defensive end that we can get at 15 or maybe 18, and he's still going to be definitely a game changer. Like I said, it's a lot of defensive game changers in this first round. That's why I'm not necessarily pressed about getting a wide receiver in the first round. But at number 51 in this mock draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Christian Harris. He is a linebacker out of Alabama. Now let's get into him. Now I know you guys know I've been very high on Nakobe Dean and Devin Lloyd, and I still love those picks. But there is a very high chance we don't go linebacker in the first round. So here's a scenario where we get a linebacker in the second round. He is a long, athletic inside linebacker whose strengths and weaknesses could make him a target for a move outside. Harris's lack of desired recognition will result in missteps and mistakes that could prove much more costly on the NFL level. However, he could thrive as a chase and hit weak side linebacker where he can play faster. He can handle some coverage chores, but it's not his strong suit. Harris has the physical attributes and the athletic ability to make plays as an eventual starter, but he might lack 3-down versatility. So, like I said, when it comes to linebacker, y'all know my biggest eyes are on Nakobe Dean, Devin Lloyd. Now, in this scenario, we go with Christian Harris at number 51. Like I said, we need a game-changing linebacker. We haven't really been good at developing linebackers, in my opinion, so I don't know about getting this guy like Christian, who seems like he needs a lot of development. I don't know about getting him. But, like I said, there's still probably other later round linebacker talent. I'm not sure about using a second round pick on a guy that still needs so much development. But, so I'm not really in love with this 51 Christian Harris pick. At 51, we could go wide receiver, in my opinion. Christian Watson, wide receiver out of North Dakota State. We've talked about him a lot. He is someone who's projected to be there at number 51. So that is someone we could maybe look to in the second round, or another wide receiver in the second round. Because I just feel like 51 is way too high of a pick in this draft where there's so much like talent that doesn't need as much development that's going to be there at 51. But let's move on to number 83. So at number 83, they have us going with a wide receiver for the first time, and it's going to be Wan'Dale Robinson out of Kentucky. So Robinson will be tabbed as a slot receiver, but that is underselling his potential. He's sudden and slick with an ability to make plays from a variety of alignments. He has gadget potential and can function as a dump and run target, acting as an extension of the running game. A lack of length and play strength could be a concern until he tightens up the route running to prevent contested catches. He's much lighter than Deebo Samuel, but the competitiveness, acceleration, and run after catch talent could have teams eyeing a somewhat similar usage for Robinson in the future. Now, when it comes to Robinson, I don't mind I'm fine with like a third round. Like in the third round, of course, talent is going to need development, but I'm not really high on getting a slot gadget guys. I feel like we have enough gadget guys, and when it comes to a wide receiver, you guys know I really want to get a true X wideout, bigger body receiver. So I'm not really high on this Robinson pick either at number 83. I feel like if we're going to get a positionless wide receiver, shifty wide receiver, then we should go for one in the first round and like a Jameson Williams or Chris Olave. I don't think that we should get another bona fide slot guy when we just got, of course now I can't remember his name. We just got, what's his name? Zach Pascal. When we just got Zach Pascal, who's looking like he's going to man the slot. So I'm not really liking that pick. So right now, I'm really not liking pick 51 and pick 83. But let's move to pick 101 because I really do like pick 101 in this particular draft. So at number 1, we finally go safety and we get Bryan Cooks out of Cincinnati. Now, I have seen Bryan Cooks projected to the Eagles several times, not just in this draft. So I do really like what I'm hearing about Bryan Cooks, and he is expected to be around a third round guy. So we can expect him to be there at 101. So Cooks is a skill enforcer with size, toughness, and instincts to put his stamp on the game in a variety of ways. He plays with the confidence and consistency of a pro safety and loves to run and hit. His blend of football intelligence, athleticism, and physicality make him an ideal fit for matchup-oriented defenses looking for a versatile back-end chameleon. He can be used as an add-on run defender, match up on the F tight ends, or play on the back end. Cook needs to answer questions about his speed and play with focus and leverage as an open field tackler, but he's reliable and talented. He could become a good starter early in his career. So like I said, if we do go safety, like if we don't get Tyrann, if we don't trade up for Kyle Hamilton, then I do like this Cook pick at 101. Like I said, a lot of teams I've been seeing his name floated around a lot of mock drafts, and I've seen a lot of people talking about him lately, and we do need that versatile defensive back and that versatile safety back on this team. And safety is one of our main priorities. So like I said, I'm fine with, going one-on-one potentially with a Bryan Cook, but we also have been talking about PITRE as well. PITRE is somebody who we also brought in. JALEN PITRE out of Baylor. He's someone we brought in on a pre-draft visit. He's someone we've talked about a lot. So I really like that pick, and he's expected to go late first round, early second round. So I would like to go, in this scenario, if we do go Trent McDuffie and George Karlaftis, I would like to go 51, potentially wide receiver, or JALEN PITRE if he's still there. But yeah, like I said, I really like the first two picks. I like the Trent pick and I like George pick. I like the third round pick of Bryan Cook, but I'm not sold on that 51 and 83. I'm not sold on those picks. But y'all, let me know what you think. Make sure you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Check out the links down below. Buy me the coffee shop, the official Simone with the Spizzords, our merch collection, and then I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.